Question 1.2 wants us to solve for x and y if 3x minus y is equals to 4 and x squared plus 2xy minus y squared is equals to minus 2. Now, the first thing we want to do is write the linear equation with regards to just one variable. So we will write it with both y and x, but for now, let's start off with writing it with regards to y. So we have 3x minus y is equals to 4. So I'm basically just going to move these two around and I'll get y is equals to 3x minus 4. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to now substitute that equation into my polynomial equation. So here I have x squared plus 2x. Wherever I see the y, I will go ahead and substitute 3x minus 4. Again, wherever I see my y, 3x minus 4, not forgetting that negative 2. Then I'm going to simplify. So let's multiply out. That's going to give me 6x squared minus 8x. Let's leave out that negative for now. So what we're going to do, we're going to square the first number, giving us 9x squared. Then we're going to multiply these two together. Okay, and that's going to give us a negative 12x. Then we're going to multiply that value by 2, giving us a negative 24x. Then again, square the last number, giving us 16. Not forgetting that minus 2. So let's go ahead and consider how that negative outside is going to affect everything inside. We'll get a negative x squared and a positive 24x. And it's going to be a negative 16 minus 2. Let's now simplify. Okay, so for the x squared, if I add them up together, they will give me a negative 2x squared. And for the just x, if I add these two up together, they'll give me a positive 16. And I'll just move my constant from this side to the other, making it positive. And if I sum those two up together, that will give me a negative 14. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I can see everything here is divisible by 2. I'll go ahead and just divide it by a negative 2. Everything divided by a negative 2. And I get x squared minus 8x plus 7 is equals to 0. So I'm looking for factors of x squared and factors of 7 that when I sum them up, they give me 8 or negative 8 to be more precise. So with my x squared, my options are just going to be x, and with my 7, I'm going to use negative 7 and negative 1. So if I say negative 7 multiplied by negative 1, I get a positive 7. And I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply out with minus 7x, cross multiply out, minus x, giving me minus 8x, which is exactly in the middle. So the number in the middle there, so I know that my brackets are this. Okay, then I can solve for x. X is equals to 7 or x is equals to 1 in order for this statement to be true. Now that I have solved for my x, I can solve for my y by substituting the values of x into my linear equation. So when x is equals to 7, y is equals to 3, 7 minus 4. So that's going to give me 3 times 7 minus 4, that's 17. And when my x is equals to 1, I'll get y is equals to 3. Multiply by 1 minus 4, giving me a negative 1. So I solve for both x and my y value. Right. So now let's look at us rewriting the equation with regards to x. Now here is our linear equation that says 3x minus y is equals to 4. I'm going to go ahead and take y to the other side, and I'll have 3x is equals to y plus 4, and I'll divide by 3 on both sides, and I'll get that x is equals to y plus 4 divided by 3. And that's going to be our linear equation that we will substitute. Yeah. Let's go ahead and substitute that. So we have for our x squared there, we will have y. I believe it will be better for us to pull them apart so that we can better work with them. Right, so the 3 is a denominator for both the y and the 4. Squared plus 2. Again, let's spread out the 3 to make the calculations a little bit easier for us. Okay, so we will do the same thing we did at x. We're going to, right, so we're going to first square that one over there, and we will get y squared over 9. Then we will multiply y over 3 with 4 over 3, giving us 4y over 9. And multiply that by 2, giving us 8y over 9. And we're going to square the last number there, giving us 16 over 9. Then continue to square, to multiply out. We will get 2y squared over 3. Multiply out, we'll get 8y over 3. Minus y squared is equals to minus 2. So we do not want to work with fractions. Fractions are never our friends. They make things hard for us. So let's get rid of those fractions by multiplying by 9 everywhere. Here we'll just get y squared plus 8y plus 16. That should give us 6. Let's just make sure with our calculators. 2 over 3 multiplied by 9, giving us 6y squared. Okay. That should give us 24. So 8 over 3 multiplied by 9, 24. That is correct. And we will get minus 9y squared and minus 18. Let's then take a look at the common, right? Simplify our equation. We'll start with the squared. We have y squared over here, 6 squared over here, and minus 9y squared over there, giving us 2y squared, negative 2y squared to be more precise. Okay, then we move on to the y's. We have 8y plus 24, giving us 32. So that's 32y. And then we can go ahead and move this to the other side, making it a positive. We will have 16 plus 18, giving us 34. We can go ahead and divide by the common factor. Let's do that. Let's move it up a little bit. Okay. And here we can clearly see that 2 is a common factor. So let's divide by 2 everywhere. We get y squared. Sorry, the y is not there. Divide by a negative 2. We get minus 16y. And 34 divided by 2, we get a positive 17. So it's a negative number. So it should be divided by negative 2 and giving us the negative 17. So we're going to go ahead and find factors. Now, factors, again, needs to add up to that. So for our y squared, we're going to have y and y. And for our negative 17, we can have a negative 17 and a positive 1. When you multiply these two together, they give us a minus 17. And if we go ahead and cross multiply out, we'll get minus 17y and y giving us a negative 16y, having to say. Right? So we are setting those are our factors, y minus 17 and y plus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, y is equals to 17 or y is equals to negative 1. We can go ahead and substitute it back into the equation, the linear equation, to solve for x. So when y is equals to a positive 17, we will get x is equals to 17 plus 4 over 3. And this would give us 7. And for y is equals to a negative 1, we will get that x will be equals to a positive 1.